Yes, good afternoon, participants. Can you hear me? One of you please write yes in the window if you can hear me. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Atika, Dr. Himanshu Singh, Satyendra. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. So, I'll be teaching you about the loops in this session. I gave you one assignment. Few of you have already replied that as their response they have sent me on my email. I have got that reply. You have done very well. Those who have not yet submitted the assignment, I'll be sending that question on the canvas also, and then you can prepare a response of that question, and then you can send me through the response canvas link also. Okay. So with the we are already late by 10 minutes. So just I'll go directly to the loop, and then I come back to whatever we have left in our first lecture. Few things are already left in our first lecture. I'll be covering those, but before that, I'll start with the loop. In C language, the best tool, in my sense, in my opinion, is loop, because in numerical methods, if you want to apply the language C language in solving the numerical methods, you have to repeat certain number of lines again and again, because all the numerical methods are iterative methods, and iterative methods means if you want to go up to the accuracy of a desired level, you have to repeat the solution again and again. Okay, because numerical methods will not give you the exact answer. It's up to you how many iterations you are performing, and then you will get the results with desired accuracy. So in C language, we have a option which is called loops. I'm sure many of you are already aware about the loops, but those who are beginners for the C language, I'm telling to them about the loops. So there are three kinds of loop available in C language as given here. It is for loop, while loop, and the do while loop. Okay. All these three loops, they do the same thing. You will have a certain number of statements which will be repeated again and again until the condition is false. Okay. As soon as the condition becomes false, the loop will be exit. Loop will be stopped. So the general format, let's start with the for loop. Sorry, while loop. The general form of the while loop is given here. The format is that first you will initialize the loop counter. Let's say I is the loop counter. You will give I is equal to 1. It's a loop counter. It's always like an integer, because how many number of times you have to repeat iterations, which is a loop counter. I is equal to 1 to 10, I is equal to 1 to 20, like that. Then you will write a word while. While is a keyword in the C language. Keywords are those words which have their predefined meanings in the library of C. Then you will here use a condition, test loop counter using a condition, like you already wrote a condition in for loop. Similarly, you will be writing a condition here in if else statement. You have written some condition. Similarly, you will be writing a condition here also in while loop with the help of this counter. Then within the curly braces, you will be having the statement, those you want to repeat number of times. So those statements like do this and this, and then finally you will be having some increment in the loop like I plus plus, means I is equal to I plus 1. The flow chart in the morning I did not tell you, but the flow chart is a symbolic representation of the algorithm of your program. Means if you want to make a program, what will be the algorithm says that you will write all those steps in your own word, in your own language. That is called the algorithm. I will come back to this. But flowchart is a easy thing to understand, because in form of some symbols you will write all those algorithms. Okay. So like the flowchart for the C loop, while loop is that you will start the loop, then first initialize like I is equal to 1 some counter, then it will check the test condition. These flow charts have certain defined symbols, and you will use those symbols only to make a flow chart, like your rectangle, like your diamond shape, and other things. So if test condition is true, then body of the loop will be executed. We will go in this direction. Then increment, there will be increment by 1 in the initial counter. I will be I plus 1. Then again it will go back to the test condition. Then it will again check the test condition with the next increment. Suppose initially I was 1. Then here I will be I plus 1, means I will become 2. Then again it will check the condition with the next value of I. Again if it is true, then same parameter will be repeated. Again I will be incremented by 1, then I was initially 2, now it will become 3. I is equal to I plus 1, means I is equal to 2 plus 1, 3. Again it will go in this direction, it will again check the condition. So all this body of the loop will be repeated again and again till this condition becomes false. Okay, as soon as the condition is not true, condition become false, it will go to here and the program will come out of the while loop. So this is the flow chart for the while loop. Like this is for the for loop, but let us see first few examples for the while loop. It will have help you in understanding the while loop in a better way. So let us see the few examples for the while loop first. Because I told you in C, it's always better to start writing a program, then you will understand the program in an easy manner or the language in an easy manner. So I am writing a program, very simple program, to print the table of any number. Okay, the computer will ask you to enter any number, and then the output would be the table of that number. The computer will print the table of that number. So I'm writing integer I and any number n. Then I am saying printf, enter any number, then backslash n, that number will go to the new line. Then I will read this number with the help of scanf statement. Then with the help of while loop, I will make a program which will print the table of any number. So like my initial counter is I am saying I is equal to 1, or this thing I can say in the initial line also, I is equal to 1, why to waste another line for that, and then semicolon, and then delete. Okay. So I'll start while I less than equal to 10. Then curly start of curly braces and corresponding end of the curly braces. Now I will say printf %d then with the backslash, because I want to print always in new line, or backslash I'll give it here, backslash n. Then you know what is the algorithm for a table? If you want to make a table of a number n, then you have to multiply this number n from 1 to 10. Like 1 is to n is equal to first number of the table, 2 into n is equal to second number of the table, 3 is into n is equal to third number of the table. Okay, so my increment counter I and then into n. N is that number for which you want to print the table. Okay, now you will have a increment in the counter I is equal to I plus 1. Then it's enough, you will come out of the loop. Do we have the corresponding AND thing? It is there, so I can delete this line, and I can delete this also. Okay, so let us try to run this program. What does it say? I'll run this program. So it is giving error in line number 4. What is the error? It is giving integer I is equal to 1 and then number n. Okay, is it a semicolon or colon? Let us run again. Enter any number. So suppose I am entering a number 2. So it is giving a table of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay. I can have one more backslash in here so that it will start from the new line. I'm again repeating this output. I'm clicking on the run. Then it will ask enter any number. Suppose you want to have a table of, let's say 7. I have entered 7. I will press enter. Then it is giving you a table of 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 49 up to 70. Okay, so this backslash n is not necessary. It is we can remove this backslash n and we can give enter any number one. Then we will enter the number and then number will be scanned here. And okay, so again run this program now. Enter any number, let's say 3. So it is giving the table of 3. So now you see the while loop. What does it do for you? It's a very interesting thing. Those who are beginner, for them it is of very high interest things. What does it do? What is the sequence of this program? How we are printing the table of any number? So it is, this program is saying we have taken two variable, I is equal to one is I, second is n, and both the variables have been declared into the category of integer, and we have initialized I with 1. Then in line number 5, we are saying printf enter any number. That number will be read through the keyboard using the scanf statement, and that number will be saved in memory location, which is represented by variable n. Now, suppose I have typed n is equal to 2. So n value is 2. Okay. I want to use this webcom. Let me see this webcom is working or not. Do we have, so that I can tell you all the things. Do we have Microsoft whiteboard here? Give me a moment. I'll just download Microsoft whiteboard. I want to use my digital pen so that I can write also on the computer. Just it will take few seconds. I'll just download the Microsoft whiteboard for you. Okay, in between I will tell you the sequence of this program. So we have entered n is equal to 2, n is equal to 2 has gone into this number. Then it is saying while I less than equal to 10, we have initialized I with value 1. 1 less than equal to 10, this condition is true. It means the body of this for loop will be executed. Okay. So now we will, in the body of the for loop from line number 8 to line number 11, we have one printf statement, printf %d backslash n is equal to I into n. So initially I is 1, n is equal to 2, 1 into 2, so 2. So the printf statement in line number 9, it will print 2 on the output screen. And then I is equal to I plus 1. I told you it starts from right to left. So initial I value is 1, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So now I has become 2. After that, it's the end of the loop, but again, it will take to the new next condition, as I told you in the flow chart. So now I has become 2, 2 less than equal to 10. Again, condition is true. It means again, the body of this while loop will be executed. Now n is 2, I has again become 2. So 2 into 2, 4, which is the second term of your table of the 2. So it will print 2 into 2 is equal to 4. And then now I was 2, now 2 plus 1, 3. I has now become 3, means I is equal to 2 plus 1, I is equal to 3. Again, from here, it will go to the test condition. It will again check the test condition, 3 less than equal to 10. Again, condition is true. Now I has become 3 and is 2. It means now this printf statement will print 3 into 2, means 6. This is the third value of the table of the 2. And now I was 3, 3 plus 1. Now I is equal to 3 plus 1, I will be 4. So again, it will check the condition. So until the condition is false, the body of the loop will be executed. So it will keep on repeating the line number 9 and 10 until the loop condition becomes false. Okay, so when it becomes false, suppose I has become 10. 10 into 2 means 20, the last term of the table. Now I will become 10 plus 1, 11. I is equal to 11. From here, line number 11, it will go to test condition. 11 less than equal to 10. Now condition is false. It means the body of the loop will not be executed. Control will directly go from this condition to line number 11, and after that line number 12 program is stopped. So in that way the while loop is working. Okay. Similarly, same thing you can do with the help of for loop also. The difference is that in while loop we are giving the value to the initializer I here. Okay, and then test condition in the while here, and then increment here. But all these three things we can do in the for loop in a single line. So if I'll replace this program with the for loop, you can see here I'll do same things in the single line. For first I'll write I is equal to 1, then separated by semicolon, then test condition which will remain same, and then I is equal to I plus 1. The short form to write this is I plus plus. I plus plus is another symbol in C language which is called increment operator. It will increment I by 1. I plus plus, the meaning is I is equal to I plus 1. So I need not to define the I is equal to 1 here. I can remove from here. And also this I is equal to I plus 1 we have already given in the for loop. So it is not needed here. So same thing, this is the for loop, the initialize condition, the test condition, and the increment condition. All these three in for loops we are giving in a single line. If you see the output of this program, then you will get the same output as it was with the while loop. It is saying enter any number. Let's say I press 6. So it will give you the table of 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. Okay. Similarly, you can use third loop which is called do while loop. There is a small difference between the do while loop and the while loop. In do while loop, what we are doing, whatever, like I am just replacing this program with the do while loop. In do while loop, whatever we are doing, we will first simply write, like we will start here only. Let's say I is equal to 1. Then instead of this 4, I will simply write do. Okay, and then body of the program, in the body of the program I will again write increment as it was in while loop, I plus 1, or let's say I plus plus, same thing. Okay, and here after this I will write while, and then here I will write the test condition, I less than equal to 10, but here I have to give semicolon also. Okay, so this is the format of the while loop which is given here in this program also. Like you can see in the PPTs also. This was the format of the for loop. You will write you will write for, then initialize counter, then semicolon, test counter, then semicolon, increment counter, and then within the curly braces you will write the body of the for loop. So this is the flow chart for the for loop. You will start, then count is equal to 1, like I is equal to 1. After that it will go to test condition. It will check the condition whether I less than equal to 3 condition is true. Then it will go to the, from here it will go to the, you see the flow, how it is chart is flowing. From here it is saying yes, condition is true, so it will the input, whatever input is given, then some condition, like it is the program for calculating the simple interest. It is given by principal multiply by n multiply by the rate, and then divided by 100, then print, and again it will go to the increment condition, I is equal to I plus 1, or count is equal to count plus 1. Then again it will check the condition is true, again the body of the loop will be executed. So this step will be repeated n number of times, or as many number of times as long as the test condition is true. If test condition is false, then it will come out of the body of the loop. So similarly in do while loop, I told you, you will write simply this is the syntax of the do while loop. You will simply write the do, Then you will write the body of the loop, and then at the last you will write while, then test condition will come here, and then you have to put semicolon. You remember in while loop we were not putting any semicolon in after the test condition here in while loop. Okay, you can see here we were not giving any semicolon, but in do while loop we remember that you have to give semicolon also here. Okay, so let's come back to our program. So this was the program for do while loop. Let's run it. Run. Enter any number. Let's say I'm entering 3. So it is giving you the table of 3. Okay. Even you can print in reverse order also. Okay. So instead of increment operator, you can start with the decrement operator also. Decrement operator is said minus minus. So if you want to print in the reverse order, you can start I is equal to 10. Number n will become same, and then here you can give the condition instead of less than equal to 10, you can give the condition I greater than equal to 1. Okay, and here you can give I minus minus. If I run this program, enter any number, I have 5. So it is giving the opposite table, like now 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. So what it is doing, you have started with I is equal to 10. Then enter any number. Suppose you have entered 5. That number will go to 5. Then your I will become 5. And then this 5 is n. Then do. And now printf I into n. I was initially 10. N is equal to 5. 10 into 5, 50. It will print 50. Now I will be decremented by 1. I will become I is equal to I minus 1. It means I is equal to 10 minus 1. It means I is equal to 9. Now test condition is 9 greater than equal to 1. Condition is true. So again body of the loop will be executed. Now I has become 9 and is 5. So 9 into 5 means 45. So in that manner it will keep on repeating until now suppose I has become 1. Now either here after that in line number 1 I will be in 9th or 10th step I has become 1. Then finally if you decrement I again, then I will be 1 minus 1. I will become 0. Now it will come to here while 0 greater than equal to 1. No, condition is false. So again loop will not be executed and program will come out of the loop and your program will be stopped. Okay, so this is the loop in C language. What is the difference between the while loop and do while loop? In while loop, we are checking in do while loop. Sorry, in do while loop here we are checking the condition when at least one time the body of the loop has been executed. So this is the difference between the while and do while loop. In while loop, we are first checking the condition, then body of the loop will be executed. But in do while loop, initially first time we are not checking the condition and the body of the loop is directly executed. Okay, you can say this by like I am giving I is equal to 10, I greater than equal to 10. Okay, or let's say I'm giving I greater than 10. Okay, now here you see I is 10. Suppose n I have entered through keyboard 5. So I is 10, n is equal to 5. Now do while loop, it will print 10 into 5, 50. At least 50 will be printed. Now I will become 9. Now because I is equal to I minus 1, 10 minus 1. So 9 greater than 10 condition is false. So again body of the loop will not be executed. So at least one time the value of I into n will be printed. Let us run this program. I am giving n is equal to 5, enter. So 50 is printed. But if you do same thing with the while loop, then 50 will not be printed. Let's say same thing I am doing with the help of while loop. I am taking this while from here to here. Okay, this semicolon will be removed and all other things will remain same. Now if I run this program, I say n is equal to 5, enter. You see nothing has been printed. So this is the difference between the while and the do while loop. In do while loop, at least one time body of the loop will be executed. But in while loop or for loop, first it will check the condition, then body of the loop will be executed. In do while loop, it starts checking the condition from the second step, not from the first step. Okay. So I'll give you some real example of some interesting example. If you try to understand those examples, I am sure you will get too much interest in this. Okay, I'll just download the Microsoft Google. Just open it. Give me a moment. Oh shit! Yes. No. Yeah. So I have whiteboard with me. Now I can use my digital pen on your screen. So I was telling you two operators. One is called quotient. Sorry. Quotient operator, and second is called remainder operator. I am trying to give one example. Like I have taken a number n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose I am dividing this number with 10. I am just taking very classical example. So if I am dividing it by 10, it's a simple division which you have done in your schooling. But it will give you a very interesting result. That's why I am doing this here. Now you see, when I divided this number 1, 2, 3, 4 by 10, so the last number of this digit 1, 2, 3, 4 is coming here in the remainder, and rest of the number like this 1, 2, 3 is coming in the quotient. So this is called quotient and this is called remainder. Okay. So if I write 1, 2, 3, 4 remainder operator 10. So I will get, what is the remainder? 4. But if I'll write 1, 2, 3, 4 divide by 10, then I will get 1, 2, 3 because all these are integers. Okay. So remember this operator, this operator is called remainder, the percent sign. Now again you take this 1, 2, 3 and again you divide it by 10. You take 1, 2, 3 and you divided it by 10. Now what you have got? You have got this last number as a remainder 3 and the rest of the number is come in the quotient. Now again you divide this quotient by 10. So I have got 2 here. Means the last number is here, 1 is here. Now again you divide this 1 by 10. So you are getting 1 as a remainder. Now you see the number was 1, 2, 3, 4. And what remainder you are getting in 4 step? 1, 2, 3, 4. It means you can access the digits of any number stepwise. If you keep on dividing that number by 10, then in every division the remainder will be the last digit of your number. Okay, because in first division the last digit 4 came here. In second, whatever left you again divided by 10, the second number 3 is here. Then again whatever is left you divide by 10, then the number 2 is here, and then whatever is left you in the quotient you again divided by 10, number is 1. So if you understand this logic, then you can do miracle. You can make many interesting programs in C language or in any other language. The logic will remain same. Now I am telling you to write a program which will tell you how many digits are there in your number. Okay, you entered any number through keyboard. Output should be how many digits are there in this number. Suppose you have entered 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many digits are there? 4 in this number. So output should be 4. Suppose you are entering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there will be 5 digits. So output should be 5. So these type of programs you can make with the help of this logic. Because here there are 4 digits and your loop will be executed 4 times. Okay. You what condition you can make? You can make a condition like until the quotient is 0. Your loop should be your loop keep on executed. Okay, until quotient becomes 0. So loop is executed 4 times because here what you are doing, you are dividing 1, 2, 3, 4 or whatever this number is n. So what you can do, you can use a loop, and what you can do, you can divide n by 10. Okay, and whatever you will get, suppose you are getting some another number m, that m number you will again send to n. You can write n is equal to m. So m number will again go to n, and then again n will be divided by 10. Okay, so let's see some example of this very interesting thing. This is a program to find out the sum of the digits. Like you entered any number and your output should be the sum of the digits of that number. Suppose you have entered 1, 2, 3, 123. So output should be 1 plus 2 plus 3 means 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6. So with the help of same logic, we can easily make this program. Like what I am doing, I am taking two integers, one is a, one is sum. Sum I am giving a value 0. Here there should be a semicolon. Okay. Then printf, enter any number. That number will go into a. Okay, whatever number you will type through the keyboard. Then while a is not equal to 0, this is a symbol for not equal to 0. Okay, I told you in the last step your a should be 0. Well, I is not equal to 0. What you are doing, you are dividing that number which you have saved in a, and you are taking remainder. A remainder 10, and remainder is going into the C, and then you are taking sum is equal to sum plus C. Okay, means the remainder has come into the C and sum is 0 initially. So 0 plus remainder is will be sum, and then again you are dividing a by 10. Okay, and this number whatever you are divided by the 10, that number again will be checked here in condition whether it is 0. If it is not 0, all these 3 steps will be repeated again and again. So with this you can easily find out the sum of the digits of the number. So it's a very easy program. Let us quickly make this program. I am saying any number, let's say number is n, and then I is equal to or sum is equal to 0. Okay, and that number is n. Printf, enter any number, that number will go to n, and I'm saying the number n is not equal to 0. I'll put exclamation sign and then equal sign. It says while the number is not equal to 0. So this will check the condition if this number is 0 or not, and then that number, what I'm saying, I'll remove this. So what I'll do, I'll just take a remainder, means I will divide that number n is equal to n, then remainder, then 10, and then sum is equal to sum plus that number n, and then I'll divide that number again, n is equal to n divided by 10. Okay, so what is happening here? You can see here what is happening. In this while loop, suppose you have entered a number which is, uh, uh, let's say 256. You have entered a number 256. So I'll do this calculation here again. I'll take a new board. Suppose your n is 256. Now what was our condition in the loop? In the loop we have given the condition n, then remainder 10, then sum is equal to sum plus n, and then n we have divided by 10. Okay, this is semicolon. So initially n is 256. You divide 256 by 10. Sorry, it will be 2. Then 6. Okay. So in the first step, when you have written n is equal to 256, then remainder operator, then 10. So what it is giving? Remainder is 6, and then you are writing sum is equal to sum plus n. It means here in the first step your sum was 0, so sum is equal to 0 plus 6 is equal to 6, and then you are dividing n again by 10. So this is the quotient. Here this is a quotient will become 25. Now the condition was n, your condition in while loop was not equal to 0. So your n is 25, which is not equal to 0. So again these three steps which I have written here will be repeated. So now again you divide 25 by 10, you will get 5. Okay, so in the second step, now your n, which is the remainder, has become 5, and your sum, now it is sum plus n. Sum was 6 and n is 5. Okay, so it has become 11, and n is equal to whatever is getting quotient, it has become 2. Okay, now again it will check the condition, and 2 is not equal to 0, condition is again true. So you again divide n by 10. So you will get 2. So in third iteration, what you will get? N is equal to, what was the condition? N divided by remainder operator 10. If you divide n by 10, it means if you divide 2 by 10, the remainder is, what is the remainder? 2. And then sum, it has become, initially it was 11 plus, now the n, it has become 2, means 13, and your n, now what is the quotient? 0. So n has become 0. Now again it will check the condition here. Condition is 0, condition is false, loop of the body will not be executed. So finally it will print sum. So sum will be printed 13. And what was the addition of these three numbers? 2 plus 5 plus 6, 2 plus 5 7, 7 plus 6 13. So finally you will get 13. Okay, so this is the logic of this program which I was writing here. Now I have to just print the, I have to come out of the loop. And now here I have to print the value of the sum. Printf %d sum. Okay, and it has closed the program. So, okay, let us run this program. The program is here. I am just clicking on run button. It is asking enter any number. So what was my number? 256. So what is the problem? Neither it is giving any error, but nor it is giving the output. What is the issue? Sum is equal to 0 n integer number %d n, while n not equal to 0. Okay, it will be n not equal to 0. Again run this program, enter any number 256. So it is giving 6. Okay, why 6? Again, it's not giving correct value. Sum was 0. Sum is equal to 0 plus n. Enter. I can write percentage. The sum of digits is percentage sum, and I have entered 256. 1, 2, 3. The sum of the digit is 3. Can anybody tell me by seeing this program what is the error here? Anyone? Please have a look. What is the problem with the logic? It is giving only the last digit 3. It is not giving the correct value. It is always typing the last value of which is the last remainder. Means the loop is getting stopped after first step. Why? Can anybody tell me? You see what we have written here? Okay, because we have again using it should be a is equal to 10. The remainder should go to some other variable. Okay, it is taking from the same variable. The remainder should go into some other variable c. Okay, and then I'll give a c here. Okay, then I'll run this program. It is 256. The sum of the digit is 13. Okay, we can have some space here. I'm again running this program. Suppose I'm entering 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the sum of the digit? 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 5, 12, 12 plus 6, 18. So answer should be 18. What was the mistake? The remainder which we are getting, that has to be stored in a separate variable because that has to be added every time. And the quotient should be here again n. If I'll put the quotient and remainder same, then uh, the condition will be false after the second statement. Okay, so in that manner you can find out the number of digits also. Okay, number of digits, how you can find out? Just you see how many number of times this has been operated. Means the increment, how many number of times you can give one increment here. Like let's say you may have one I here. Okay, and I plus plus, and you can define I here as a integer. So if you know the value of I last time and at the last step, at the final step, then it will give you the total number of digits in your program. So let's say the number of digits are percent d, and you can have I. So I will tell you how many number of times you have again, and we can initialize I is equal to 0. So run this program. I'm entering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many digits? 5 digits are there. So total number of digits in your programs are 5. You type any number. Again run this program. 4, 5, 6. How many digits? 3 digits. You can have both the things, the sum of the digits and number of digits. Number of digits and sum of digits are percent d and percent d. First is the number of digit and second is the sum. Sum is in sum variable. Run this program. I am writing 333, the number. There are 3 numbers and 3 digits in this number, and the sum of all these 3 numbers is 9. So the number of digit and sum of the digits are 3 and 9. Okay. In that manner, you can make a program for the reverse of digits also. Means you enter any number and output should be the number which will be the reverse of those digits. Like here, in this number, I have entered 256. Okay, so my output should be 6, 5, 2. How can I do it? Because this last number is coming in the remainder 6, 5, 2. So what I can do, I can always type in the printf, I can always type the remainder, what is going into the remainder. That digit I can always take into the printf statement, like here. So remainder is into C. So now I can always print, suppose now I do not want this I++, I can write printf %d, then C. Okay. So the reverse of the digit is the reverse of the entered number is okay. That will be there only. I need not to print it here. The printf is there only. Okay. So let us run this program. What is, I forgot to type semicolon. Entered any number, like let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. Then output is 4321. So this is giving you the reverse of digits of a number. Like you entered any number here. Suppose my initial number is 321. Then the output is 1, 2, 3. Though it's not exactly the good program to make the reverse of a digit, you have to give the location, the digit value. Like if it is at first place, then it should be multiplied by 10 to the power 0. If it is at second place, it should be multiplied by 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2, like that. So we will make that program also. But it's a simple thing. If you understand this concept, which I have given here, you can make many programs like sum of the digits, reverse of the digit, number of the digits, and many more. This was the program for sum of digits, and then you can always have a product of digits also. Means the output should be the product, the multiplication of the individual digits of that number. So whenever you have a product of the digit, instead of having sum is equal to sum plus C, you can have the product is equal to product into C. And because it's a by multiplication, then instead of 1, 0, C has to be product has to start from 1. Okay. And finally, you can have the printf product. So like this program is also easy to have the product of the digits. So instead of sum, we will be having product, PROD. Then it has to be started from 1, not from 0, because we are multiplying. Otherwise, everything would be 0. Enter any number, that number will go to n. Then while n is not equal to 0, then see the remainder. And then because we have to multiply those numbers, so product is equal to product, which is initially 1, then multiply by C. C is the remainder after every iteration. And then it is divided by 10, and finally it will print this after the loop. This will be printed here, printf. The product of the digits is %d, and it will come in the product. Okay. So let us run this program. I have entered 1, 2, 3. What is the product? 1 into 2 is equal to 2. 2 into 3 is equal to 6. So answer is 6. Another, I am again typing another number. Let's say 2 into 2 into 2. What should be the answer? Answer should be 8. The answer is 8. So this is the number for the question for the product of digit. But always remember, you have to type here 1. Suppose by mistake you have typed 0. Initially you have given 0. then once it will be 0 into C, everything would become 0. So the answer should always be 0, like this. If I run this program, enter any number, let's say 2, 3, 4. Answer should be 2 into 3, 6, 6 into 4, 24. But it will give you answer 0. Okay? Because once, if you multiply 0 with any number, it will always be 0. So instead of 0, yeah, initialization, you have to start it by 1. Enter any number, 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 6. So this was the program for the product of the digits. Similarly, you may have program to count of the digits. We have already made this program. Program for the reverse of the digit. That also we have already done. Program for a to the power b, like mathematical. You want to find out the answer of a to the power b. You will enter the first number a through keyboard, and then second number b through keyboard, and it should give you a to the power b. Okay, so it is like one number you have entered through keyboard, which is a. Okay, and suppose b you have entered 3. It means a to the power b means a into a into a. Means you have to multiply a 3 times. So the b is basically is telling you how many number of times the loop should be executed. If you apply a test condition in loop in a manner that b will be exactly equal to the number of times loop will be executed, and every time you will multiply the number a with the same number, then you will be getting a to the power b. So here in this program, we have assumed two variables a, b as integer and another increment initializer I is equal to 1 and product is equal to 1. We will enter two number 3 through keyboard. Scanf will take those through number in a and b. Now the condition is while I less than equal to b. Okay, and I we have started from 1. Suppose 1 I is 1, b is 3, means we want to find out 2 to the power 3, the cube of 2. So 1 less than equal to 3. Then in the body of the loop, we have only two statement. Product is equal to product multiplied by a. And product initially we have given a value 1. So 1 into what was a? 2. 1 into 2 means 2. Then I will be incremented by 1. Here I was initially 1. I will become 2. 2 is less than equal to 3. Condition is again true. Then product was now 2. Then 2 into 2 means we are multiplying 2 second times. It will become 4. Product will store a number 4. Then I would become 3. 3 less than equal to 3 because equal sign is there. Condition is true. Then it was 4 into 2. Means 2 into 2 into 2 has gone into product. And finally, I will become 4. 4 less than equal to 3. Condition is false. So from here, we will directly jump out of the loop, body of the loop, and then it will print product. So using this condition, I less than equal to b, we can easily make a program for a to the power b. Okay, let's quickly run this program. So we have integer I, which we are saying initially 1. Then we have product, and then we have two number a into b. So we are saying enter any two numbers a and b. Okay, those numbers will be scanned through scanf statement, %d and ampersand a and ampersand b. So condition was while I less than equal to b, and then what we have to do, we have to simply, we do not need this condition. We have to simply take product is equal to product into a, initially it is 1, and then we have to increment I by 1, I plus plus. Finally, we have to print the product or the a to the power b is a to the power b, the value of b is percent %d, and it will come into the product. Okay, so let us run this program. It is giving error in line number 4. What is the error? We should have a semicolon here. We should have a comma here, and we should have a comma here. Okay. Enter any two numbers a and b. Let's say a is equal to 2 space b is equal to 3. I want to find out 2 to the power 3. The answer is 8, because 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. Okay. Take any number, like I want to find out 5 to the power 3. So first number is 5, second number is 3. Answer should be 625. Oh, sorry, 125. So answer is 120, because 5 into 5, 25, 25 into 5, 125. Okay. Let's say another number, 10 to the power 2. First number is 10 or 3, let's say 10 to the power 3. It should be 1000. Answer is 1000. Okay. So in that manner, with the help of this concept which I have given you, you can make many programs. Program of the reverse of the digit we have already prepared. Okay. So these were the some few simple examples. Another interesting example is that suppose you want to have in the loop. Suppose you entered any number. Suppose I have entered any number 5. So my output should be in that manner. 5, 5, 5, 5. So it is called basically output in forms of right angle triangle. And you have entered 5, so you will be having 5 rows. Suppose you have entered 6, then our answer should be in this, there should be 6 rows. Like this. There should be 6 rows. Okay. Or you may get output in terms of a triangle like this. Like 2, 2, 2. Okay. All these type of questions you can easily solve if you know nesting of loop. If you know nesting of the loop. What is nesting of loop? One loop within the body of another loop. It is called nesting of the loop. Okay. Let us see one example, then it will be clear to you. I am taking two number I and J. I and J. Okay. And then I am making now for loop. Instead of while loop, I am making for loop. Okay. For I is equal to 1, I less than equal to J, I plus plus. Okay. And now within the body of the for loop, I am writing another for loop. J is equal to 1, and then condition is J greater than equal to 4, and then J plus plus. Okay. Printf %d J. Okay. So this is the out of the loop we have come. These lines, suppose now I am making a comment line. So these lines will not be executed by the programs. In C, if you see in C++, the comment line is you just give two these values. Like this also it is taking because the compiler is saying. Okay, you give 2/ it is the comment line. Okay, now what it is saying, we have given I is equal to 1, and okay, we have to give some value to j also initially. Let's say j is equal to 3. Okay, so initially what we have done here in this program, I is equal to 1, 1 less than equal to 3 condition is true. So body of the for loop will be executed. In the body of the for loop, we have another for loop which will start j is equal to 1. So I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1. Now j has equal to 1 and j greater than equal to 4, less than equal to 4. Sorry. J less than equal to 4, condition is true, 1 less than equal to 4, it will become, it will type j. So j has become 1. Okay. So it will type j is equal to 1. Now j will become 2. J plus plus. Then again it will check the condition. 2 less than is equal to 4. Condition is true. So it will type 2. Then similarly j is equal to 2 plus 1, 3. It will type 3. And then j is equal to 4. It will type 4. So in one line it will type 1, 2, 3, 4. After that j will become 5. Condition is false. 5 less than equal to 4. Condition is false. So it will go to the out of the loop. Out of the loop, then you will come in the this body. Now here I will become 2, I plus plus 1, and then 2 less than equal to 4. Condition is again true. So again this inner loop will be executed. Okay. So this is the thing is that for I is equal to 1, for first increment in initializer, you will repeat inner loop n number of times. Then I will become 2, then again you will repeat inner loop n minus 1 number of times, like that. So this is not exactly a program, but I have written it just to make you understand about this. I can delete all these things which are not necessary here. So if I run this program, so it is typing 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, or I forgot to give backslash n here. Every time it should start from the new line. It will print 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and then it will come out of the loop. Then we can give one printf backslash n. Like this. So it is typing 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 times. Okay, so this is a like a 5 times. This is like the output in form of a square or rectangle. You can give some space here. So again run this program, or you give more space here, then run this program. Maybe few more spaces needed, run this program. So you are getting output in terms of like a square box. Okay. Similarly, just by playing this nesting of the loop, you can get the output in terms of triangle also, right angle triangle also, any type of triangle. So nesting of the loop is very important. I already have some I have written some examples. I'll just copy paste because it will take too much time to type all the example here. So I will simply copy from the Word file which I have written. This is the program to print a given number pattern. Okay, like reverse of the output should be like this, reverse of the right angle triangle. So I'll just copy paste this program from here, Control C, and then I'll paste it here. Let us try to run this program. It's saying enter any number, let's say 5. Okay, what is the error here? It's simply printing that number. So let us see this program. What we have given, integer num. This line is not necessary. Printf, enter any number. That number is going into the num. Okay. Then this line is not. While num less not equal to 0, number we have entered 5, which is not equal to 0. It will print number and num. So first it will print num is 5. Then num divided by 10. It's basically the quotient. Okay. Oh, okay. So we have to enter a big number in this. I got the point. Let's say we have entered 4, 3, 2, 1. The output should be in terms of this right angle triangle. It is always decrementing by 1. But here we have no used nesting of the loop. Let's take example of the nesting of the loop. So it is saying that recommended pattern, you can make this type of patterns, this type of triangles. Okay. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it is visible to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. All numbers are sequence, but they are going in terms of a triangle. Okay. So let us see one example. See program to print given number pattern. What is the output of this program? Like this. It seems to be a better program. So let us copy this program. Run this program. It is saying enter any number. Let's say number is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it is giving the output, and oh, it's a very big number I have typed. Okay, let's again run this program with a small number. Let's say 1, 2, 3. So output is have become again very large. Enter any number. Let's say 5, 3. You see output is coming in terms of that triangle. First it is increasing, that it is decreasing. Okay, we can have more space here. Run this program. Output is 4. Number is 4. Okay, so it's not here. Both the side we have to give the space. Here also, and then backslash n, and the first one also. Here also. So output is coming like this. Okay, give one more space. Then here also and here also. Output is enter number 4. Then output is in this form. So let us try to run this example. In this example, the inner loop, which is inside the body of the other loop, like this. Here, let's make this bigger. Here we have, in this we have nesting of the loop. You have first for loop here, and within the body of this loop you have second for loop. So as per this condition, in the first iteration the inner loop will be executed only one time. Then again there will be increment or decrement in I. Then again in second iteration, the inner loop will be executed 2 times. Similarly, for the third iteration, the inner loop will be executed 3 times. So let's say in this I have printed n is equal to 3. I have typed n with a value of 3. So initially it says for I is equal to 3 minus 1, I is equal to 2. Then 2 greater than equal to 1, condition is true. So again it will go to the inner loop for j is equal to 1. So j is equal to 1 and I is equal to 2. So 1 less than equal to 2, condition is true. So it will simply print the value of j, which is 1. Now j will become 2. It will again check the condition, 2 less than equal to 2. The condition is again 2 because I was n minus 1, 3 minus 1, 2. So again it will print the value of j, which has become 2. Okay. Then again j will be 3. J is equal to j plus 1, j will be 3. 3 less than equal to 2. Condition is false. So it will come out of the body of this inner for loop. So from this control will go to the outer for loop. Then I will be decremented by 1. So initially I was 3. Now I has become 2. Then again 2 greater than equal to 1. Condition is true. So now again j will start from 1, but I has become 2. Earlier I was 3. So j is again has become 1, 1 less than equal to 2, condition is true. So again this inner loop will be executed 2 times. So in that manner, first you will be typing the first half circle, like here it was 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then after that again it will be decremented circle. Okay. So these type of programs you can just try and you can go like this is the print lower part of the pattern and this program is the print upper part of the pattern. So here I am using these comment lines because here program is a bit large. In this program you can see has at least 30-40 lines. So if you will not use comments line, it will be difficult for you to understand this program. So these statements are for the upper part of this circle, triangle, right angle, and these lines are for the lower part of the right angle triangle. Then few more examples I have given here. C program to print half diamond number pattern series. Like output should be in terms of this half diamond. You can have full diamond also. This program I have already typed. Like this is half diamond. You can have asterisk sign also. It's very simple. Just you have to play with the codes and you can easily do it. You can easily try it. Okay. All the codes are written here. Program to print X number pattern. X number pattern means like this in form of X number. This is a big program, but we can try to run it and then we can understand this program. So I have just copied this program, run. It's saying any number, let's say 4, and then output is coming in terms of X. Okay. Or let's say I can enter 8. So output would be much larger. Sorry, enter 8 and then enter. Output is in terms of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to 8. From 8, it is changing its direction. Okay. So this program is also very simple. There is nothing in this. Just we have to play for the nesting of the loop. Like first part of the pattern, we are taking this nesting of the loop. Like we have first loop I is equal to 1, I less than equal to n was 8. So 1 less than equal to 8, condition is true. Then inner loop we have j less than equal to I, j is 1, 1 less than equal to 1 less than 1, condition is false. Okay, so first time it will not be repeated. Then again I will be incremented by 1, I will become 2, 2 less than equal to 8, condition is true. So again it will go here, j is equal to 1, 1 less than equal to 2, condition is true. So it will simply print the open space. Why I am printing the open space here? Because I want to print first one here and then I should have some open spaces. Then finally after 8 spaces, the another one should be printed here. Similarly, in the second line, the first number should be printed after one open space. Then we should have 6 open space and then it should be printed here. So in that manner, we are playing with the output so that we can get required output. Okay. So this is the beauty of the for loop. You can easily play with lot of things with the help of loops. Now I have little time left for this session, so I'll stop loops here. Maybe in the evening, if you get time, I request you, all of you, to please write some programs with the help of loops. Whatever is coming to your mind, please try to make the programs run on the computer and then see what kind of output you are getting. This will help you to clear your many doubts. Okay. So with the help of these loops, you can clear many of your doubts. Okay. And still, if you face any problem tomorrow in the morning, tomorrow when I'll start around 10, you can always discuss with me. But again, I am telling you, you will take the interest in this only when you will write the program with your hands on the computer. If you will not write the program with your hands, you will not take the interest in all this programming, because programming is good once you are writing the program. If you are simply taking the classes, attending the classes, seeing on the slides, seeing others to write the program, but you yourself are not writing a program, then slowly you will lose interest in this. And this is a simple, very simple programs which we are writing. When it comes to comes to actually solve the program for the numerical methods, they will be much more lengthier. Okay, they will be much more complicated in C. That's why nowadays we have other kind of language like MATLAB. MATLAB language is having too many predefined functions. Okay, in C language, our mathematical library is not so strong. Okay, so in C language, for many of the things, you have to write a small program. But in MATLAB language, many mathematical functions are already written. You can simply use their keywords and you can simply write the program. Okay. So for the complicated programs, people are using either the MATLAB or the Python. But still, C is a very basic language. C is the mothers of all the languages. Okay. So still, if you know the C, then you can easily understand any other language. But if you do not know the C, then you will not be able to realize the actual concept of the language. Let us see now the previous part about the algorithm and the flowchart, which I did not cover in the forenoon session. This is about the algorithm. Okay. So, like I told you, one example with about the remainder and the quotient operator, and with the help of the remainder and quotient operator, you can find out the last digit and the digit one but last. Okay. So with the help of all these operators, you can easily solve the many programs. But you all these things are syntax dependent. Means if you're writing the same program in C, you have to use different syntax. If you are writing in C++, you have to use different syntax. Syntax means, like if you talk about the standard input output library, in C language, I am using printf scanf statement. But if I want to write same program in MATLAB, I will be using fprintf, not the printf, it is fprintf. Okay, or some other functions. In C++, if you want to uh, take the output like printf, in C++, it is cout. Like to taking the some value from the keyboard in C, you are using scanf, but it is C in C++. If you want to write in Fortran, the syntax will be read and write. READ, read, to take the input from the keyboard. The same function as scanf, which you are using in C, in Fortran it will be read. But similarly, printf, the same function in Fortran will be write. WRITE. So all these languages are syntax dependent. If you know the syntax, you can easily write the program. But algorithms are syntax independent. Algorithm means what is the logic of the program that you will write in steps in your own language. So always you will write only the logic. Rest, if you know the language, you can do the coding, but logic will remain same. So logic of the program will remain same in all the computer languages. Like I told you, logic to find out the sum of the digits, to find out the product of the digits, to find out the number of the digits, to find out the a to the power b, or to find out the arithmetic mean of the numbers, geometric mean of the numbers, or Fibonacci series, or to find out whether a number is prime or not. The logic is same in all the languages. It's only the coding or the syntax. So algorithm says that whatever logic you have, you simply write in your language in step, like step 1, step 2, step 3. This will be the algorithm. So the computer cannot be used to solve a problem until the programmer develops a method for the solution. The method or approach used to solve a problem is called an algorithm. Or the second definition is that a logic or concise list of the steps required to solve a problem is called an algorithm. So here you can see, to check the number is even or odd. So how you will find a program to check whether a number is even or odd? So how you will find? You will first read the number, like in the C, it will be scanf. Then whether number is even or odd, your logic is that number should be divided by 2. If it is completely divided by 2, it's an even number. If it's not completely divided by 2, it's an odd number. So the second step will be divide by this number by 2. Step 3, if the remainder of the division is 0, then it's an even number. Otherwise, number is odd. So these steps which you have written, like from step number 1 to 4, it is called algorithm, and it will remain common in all the languages. Okay. Second thing is that flowchart. Algorithm is difficult to understand because in algorithm always you have to read the lines. Same things you can tell in terms of flowchart. Flowchart are the pictorial representation. Okay. Diagrammatic representation that illustrates the sequence of operation to be performed to arrive at a solution. So the instructions are depicted using the specific symbols. These symbols are connected by arrows to indicate the order of execution. So these are the symbols. Like for the start and end of the program, you will use this symbol. This is fixed. You will write start within this symbol or end with this symbol. Okay. Or like this computational step. Okay. Whenever you want to do some computational steps like I is equal to I plus 1, you will use this type of rectangle. Okay. Whenever you use input output instructions, you will use this type of symbol. Whenever you want to make decision, you will use this type of diamond symbols. And these are connectors. Suppose your flowchart is not coming on the first page, you are going to the second page. So with the help of these connectors, you will connect the two pages. Like here, this is the flowchart to find the sum of two numbers. First, I'll start the program here. Then read two numbers because it is reading input output. Then it's an arithmetic statement, I plus j, add them. And then again, this is the same symbol for output as it was for the reading, and then stop. So this is the flowchart. Flowchart is much easier compared to algorithm because with the help of flowchart, you can easily understand. You need not to write the words, the full sentences. Okay. So flowchart is same as algorithm, but flowchart is easy to understand, easy to write, and it gives a pictorial representation of your logic. So purpose of flowchart, they are easier to understand. They are easier to understand at a glance than a narrative description. We can review and debug programs easily with the help of flowchart. They provide effective program documentation. With a flowchart drawn, it is easier to explain a program or discuss a solution. In drawing flowcharts, certain symbols are used, which I have already told you. This is the another flowchart. This is interesting program also. To choose the largest of three distinct numbers. Suppose you will be entering three numbers through keyboard. Three numbers with the help of keyboard you are entering. Now your output should be which one is the largest among these three numbers. So what will be the logic? So logic is that first you will compare first number with rest of the two numbers, which will come out bigger, then you will compare it with the third number. So first you are taking here, you will read the number through keyboard, then you take first two number whether A is greater than B. If yes, suppose A is greater than B, so you will check A with the C here. Okay. If A is greater than C, it means A is the largest. But if this is not true, means A is less than C, it means C is the largest. If initially A is greater than B, condition is false, means A is less than B, then you will check B with C. If C is greater than B, it means C is the largest. If C is less than B, it means the B is the largest. So with this condition, like using if statement and then if else statement, you can easily write a program about the largest of three distinct number. So with the flowchart, it is easier to understand. But all these things, if you write in your language stepwise, it will be very difficult for third person to understand whatever you have written. But with the help of this diagram, pictorial view, one can easily understand what you have written here. So I told you about the loops also, but there may be like for loop, while loop, do loop, but there may be two kinds of loop. One is called fixed loop, second is called variable loop. In fixed loop, we know how many number of times loop will be executed. But in the variable loop, we do not know how many times the loop will be executed. It depends on the condition. So long as condition is true, it will keep on repeating. Okay. So there are the example for the fixed loop. Like this is example for the fixed loop. To calculate the sum of monthly expenditure for an entire year. Okay. So like in a family, everyone is spending some money every month. We know how much we have spending. So we need to calculate the monthly expenditure for an entire year. So what we are doing, we are starting the program and then we are taking read total expenditure is equal to 0 and number of months is equal to 0. Initially both are 0. Now we are saying read expenditure means we will enter the through the keyboard the monthly expenditure, and then it will be added to total expenditure, means 0 plus month 1 expenditure, which is let's say M1. 0 plus M1 would be M1. Then month will be repeated. I mean it will be incremented by 1. We will go to the second month. If number of months is equal to 12, means अगर उससे ज़्यादा है तो stop बंद loop बंद हो जाना चाहिए, because we have only 12 months. So if it is number of months is less than equal to 12, then again we will add second month expenditure, third month expenditure, 4-month expenditure. So we know that in a year we have only 12 months. So loop will be executed only 12 times. Okay. So this is the example of a fixed loop. So we know initially that loop will be executed only 12 times. But for the indefinite loop, we do not know initially how many number of times this loop will be executed. So long as condition is true, it will keep on repeating. I should have one example for the variable loop like this. A survey is carried out in a town in formats such as the name, gender, and age, etc. of each person is available. Maintain a list of people age 50 and age 50 and above in the town. So we are doing a survey, we are going in some city or town. We have to make a list of the people whose age are 50 and above. But initially we do not know how many people will be there in the town who are having age 50 and above. So once we will do the survey, then only we come to know. So this is an example of the variable loop. It may be repeated 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, 200 times, 1000 times, 10,000 times, depending on the number of people who are age above 50 in that particular town. Okay, so this is an example of the variable loop. Another, these relational operators I have already told you in C language, but apart from that we have some other set of the operators also, which are basically here. It is called logical operators. Like in your mathematics, you have logical and logic in the digital electronics. You have logical and. Logical and means the output will be 1 when both the input is 1. Okay. Logical OR means the output will be high when either of the input is high. Logical NOT means it's a negation. If input is high, output will be low. If input is low, output will be high. Like you have already solved the truth table of these logic gates, AND gate, OR gate, NOT gates. In AND gates, we have like 0 0, answer would be 0, 0 1, answer should be 0, 1 0, answer should be 0. But if we have both the inputs high, 1 1, then answer should be high, 1. In the OR gate, if you see OR gate, we have 0 0, answer is 0. But if we have 0 and 1 or 1 and 0, then answer should be 1. And 1 1, again it will be 1. Okay. So in OR gate, either of the input should be high, you will get the high output. In AND gate, both the input should be high, then only you will get the high input output. And in NOT, it's just the negation. If you have 0 at input, output should be 1. If you have 1 at the input, output should be 0. Similar operators we have in C language. It is called logical AND. It is given by 2 ampersand sign here. Okay. So 2 ampersand sign, this is basically the logical AND. 2 this sign is logical OR, and this logical NOT, I have already told you, exclamation sign. Like I have written A is not equal to 0. Okay. So this is for the negation NOT. So logical operators, logical AND, logical OR are used when we want to test more than one condition and make a decision. Okay. Like logical expression yields a value 1 or 0. Example are that within the if, we want to find out the people whose age is greater than 55 and their salary is less than 1000 rupees. So both the condition, with the help of logical AND, we can write age greater than 50, logical AND salary less than 1000. So this condition within the brackets will be true only when these both conditions are true. Means suppose this is A, when A is 1 and this is B is 1, then logical AND will be 1. So if the age of the person is greater than 55 and its salary is less than 1000, then you will get the true condition and then the body of the if will be executed. If suppose age is greater than 55 but salary is greater than 1000, let's say salary is 20,000, then this will not give you the true condition, because one condition is 1, second is 0. It is logical and 1 into 0 will be 0. So output will be false. So the body of the if loop will, if structure will not be executed. Similarly for the logical OR, number less than 0 and number greater than 100. Okay. If the number 0 से छोटा है और नंबर आपका 100 से बड़ा है तो वही नंबर इसमें आएंगे. सो ये लॉजिकल और में क्या है, कोई एक भी कंडीशन ट्रू हो जाएगी. इफ यू हैव like this may number less than 0 and number greater than 100, it's not possible. It means one condition will be true, both condition cannot be true, but still because it's connected by logical, or it means either 0 or 1 or 1 or 0, both will give you 1, so it will give you the true statement. So these type of operators are also possible in C language. Another operator I told you was about the use this increment operator. Usual assignment operator, you know, it is given by this equal sign, the usual assignment operator. Like I am writing I is equal to I plus 1. So suppose initially I is 0, it means next time I will be 0 plus 1, it will be 1. It's the assignment operator. Like I is equal to 1, it means we are assigning the value of 1 to this variable I. But in this we have some another type of operator which is called like this: x plus is equal to some expression y plus 1. Or let's say simple meaning, here it is written x plus is equal to 3. X plus is equal to 3. Its meaning is x is equal to x plus 3. Okay. So in simple manner we can write x plus is equal to 3. Or let's say x minus is equal to 1. It is x is equal to x minus 1. Okay. Or more simple, because we will not be incremented by 3, we will always be incremented by 1 or minus 1. So we have like x plus plus. This is more simple. It means is that x is equal to x plus 1. Or if we have x minus minus, it means x is equal to x minus 1. Or we may have not only the plus and minus, we may have like x multiply is equal to 1. It means, sorry, a is equal to a multiplied by 1, or simply for the division. But I told you increment and decrement operator like plus plus and minus minus are more important. But there is a difference between this. Suppose I am writing a plus plus and plus plus a. There is a difference between this. In this example, it seems both like a is equal to a plus 1. But thing is that if you are using this with some other condition, so if this, let's say some condition, I am writing precondition here in this place. Okay. So first it will check the condition and then a will be incremented by 1. But here, if I am writing a pre-suffix, it means first a will be incremented by 1, then it will check with the second condition. Let's see the example. I have written two examples. M is equal to 5 and then y is equal to plus plus m. Okay. In this example, output would be m is equal to 6, y is equal to 6. Because initially m is equal to 5. Now plus plus m means the increment operator is coming before. So m will be incremented by 1. So first m would become 5 plus 1 6 and that value would be given to 6 y. So both the value would be 6. But if I'm writing m is equal to 5 and y is equal to m plus plus, then first the value of m, whatever it is, will be assigned to y. So y will become 5 and m will become 6. Okay, we can run this program. It's an interesting thing. So we have two things, integer m is equal to 5 and then y. Okay, so I am writing y is equal to m plus plus. Okay, and then printf percentage y, or maybe both. The printf value of y is percentage y, and similarly printf the value of m is percentage m. Okay, so let us run this program. What is the error? We forgot to give semicolon. The value of y is 5, or let's say backslash in here, or maybe here. Again run this program. The value of y is 5, the value of m is 6. Okay, because what is happening here, the value of m is equal to 5 here, first it has been assigned to y. So it will become y is equal to 5 and then m will be incremented. So here both the values are different. But instead of that, if you write plus plus initially, then you see both the value will become equal. Y is 6, m is 6. Because first here plus plus m means first m will be incremented by 1. M was 5. Then 5 plus 1, it will become 6. And then this number 6 will be transferred to y. So y will become 6. So this is the post increment or pre increment. Here we have the pre increment. Okay. But if I write this after this, it is post increment, which will give you the different value of y and m. But it depends on with the other condition. If you write like this only, then it will remain same, like you are writing m plus plus. Okay, forget about the y. Okay, the value of m. Okay, so the value of m will be 6, and if you write plus plus m, the value of m is 6. It is same, means it will be having a difference value if you are operating it with some other operator, otherwise it will remain same. So this is called pre and post increment operator, that they will be used many times. And why do we have this pre and post increment operator in C? Because in C, in the loop, we will always be using plus plus sign, like I is equal to I plus 1, m is equal to m plus 1. So we will always be using this. So it is giving the simple thing is to write m plus plus or I plus plus or plus plus I instead of writing I is equal to I plus 1. We have one conditional operator also. This is also very interesting. Conditional operator, the syntax is that we will write first expression, then we will put one question mark, and then with the difference of a colon, we will write expression 2, expression 3. Let us take this example. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 15, and then I'm writing x is equal to, in the small bracket, A greater than B, which is first condition. So if this condition is true, the value of A will be assigned to x. If this condition is false, the value of B will be assigned to x. So here 10 greater than 50, condition is false. So value of B will be assigned to x, then B will become, x will become 15. Okay. It is same like we have if and else. If A greater than B, then x would be A. If else, x would be V. So this if and else, whatever we are writing in 4 lines, that we can write simply in 1 line with the help of these conditions. Okay. So let us write this program. We have two values. A is equal to 10. B is equal to 15. And then I am writing x is equal to A greater than B, then question mark, then first is the value of A and colon, B, then semicolon. Okay, and then I am printing the value of x is %d x, and then I can write x here also as a integer. Okay, so I'm running this program. The value of x is 15 because it is checking A greater than B. 10 greater than B, answer is false. So B, which is 15, will be assigned to x. Okay. If I'll change this value, I'll write 15 here and 10 here. All of you are able to listen me, na? Please write yes if you are able to listen me, all of you. Are they writing yes? I'm audible. You are from this. Okay, good. Sometimes it happens that I keep on speaking, but they are not getting my voice. No? So I have changed A is equal to 15, B is equal to 10. It means now 15 greater than 10. Condition is true. It means the value of A will be given to x. Then x will become 15. Run this program. So now x is 15. Okay, the value of A has gone to 15. You can write A less than B also. This condition is 15 less than 10. Condition is false. It means the value of B, which is 10, would be assigned to x. Now x would become 10. Run this program. You can see x is 10. So this is called a conditional statement. Okay, which is given here. It is same as we have if and else statement. Now, how can you define character? That also you have to understand, because but character you will not be using all the times. Mainly you will be using float and integer. For the character, I told you, you will write the keyword is char and then x. Suppose you want to assign a character c to x. That character you will write in single quotes, and then in the printf, instead of %d or %f, you will write c and then printf x. So it will give you the value of x. Okay. So let us see the example. So you are writing char instead of int or float. You are writing char. Some character is like name. Okay, and in the name, suppose you want to assign yes or no. So you will assign name is equal to y. Yes means y. In single quote, you will write y. Okay, and if you want to print f this, then you will write print the value of name, the letter contained in variable name is %c and then name. So if I'll run this program, what's okay? It's a char, not the chat char. Okay. So the letter contained in the variable name is y. So with that, in sometimes you come to across a program where you have to ask the user to type yes or no, y or n. That time you will use char as a variable like the keyword, and then name is a variable. Name may be anything. The variable you may take anything, like I can take a variable like let's say simply m. Okay, then it will be here m is equal to y, and then here m. So m will contain y. So the variable contained in name or in name की जगह in m, variable m is y. It is y. Okay. So in that way you can use character also. You can declare character. You can use the characters also. Now, if you want to declare the string of a character, suppose you want to declare you want to use complete yes. Okay, not the simple y or n. You want to use yes or no. So it's called string of character, and a string of numbers or character is called array. Okay, arrays are very important in C language because whenever you are solving the problems related to matrix, suppose you want to solve some eigenvalues problems, so you will be solving a matrix in numerical methods. Okay, so the matrix elements you can always be defining by array. What is the help of the array? Suppose you have a matrix of 10 by 10, so there are altogether 100 elements. It's a complete stupidity to define 100 variables like I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. No, you will not define 100 variable. Wherever you are dealing with the large number of data, you will take the help of arrays. Arrays means you will declare only one variable like name. Okay, and the size of the array is 40, and we will start it with 0. So name 0 will take one variable, name 1 will take another second variable, name 2 third, name 3 fourth. So in that way you can define 40 different variables with the same name. Just the index, this I will be again changed. Okay, so this is called array, 1D array. We have 2D and 3D array also, but first let's say 1D array. So in 1D array, we will define array like suppose x and then I. This I may vary from 0, 1, 2, 3 up to how many numbers as you want. So x0 will be the first element of your matrix. Sorry, first elements if it is one dimension matrix. Like suppose you have a matrix like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, So x0 will be 1, x1 will be 2, x2 will be 3. So in that manner, using one variable which is x, with the help of this index I, you can define many elements. This is the array. Similarly, you may have 2D array. So suppose you have a 2D matrix like this. I'll go to the next page. Suppose you have 2D matrix. Sorry, where I'm typing. You have, sorry, 2D matrix. So 2D matrix is like you have 1, 2, 2, 1. So here you can define with two index I and j. So if you have x 0, 0, it is basically this first element 0, 0. This is 0, 1. This is 1, 0. This is 1, 1. Okay. So x 0, 0 will give you 1. X 0, 1 will give you 2. Similarly, x 1, 0 will give you first element of second row, and similarly x 1, 1 will give you second element of the second row, which is 1. So with the help of this array in C language, just you define one variable x, but you change this index, and then you will get as number of variables as you want. Because in in the numerical methods, you will always be solving your example with the help of matrix. And even in MATLAB also, MATLAB is nothing but the matrix laboratory. The full form of MATLAB is matrix laboratory. In MATLAB, everything is solved on the basis of matrix. Okay. So on and that language also, these arrays are very important. So tomorrow I will tell you about the arrays in the C, and then I will tell you about the MATLAB. Okay. And after that, my other colleagues who are the professors from different IITs and IITs, they will take the real examples of solving these numerical problems like numerical integration. How can you write a program for trapezoidal method? You can easily solve numerical integration by trapezoidal methods, but you need to write a program for that. Or Simpson 1 by 3rd rule, Simpson 3 by 8th rules. Okay. So, or suppose you want to solve the solution of linear algebraic equation. You have Gauss elimination method, you have Gauss-Jordan method. Okay, these equations are very fundamental equation, because for doing any type of further deep learning or quantum artificial intelligence or for quantum computing, you need to solve all these equations, and these equations can be solved with the help of programming language only. So you should have a good understanding of solving all these numerical methods by programming language if you want to make real system like real. If you want to make a program of real systems, so it should be at a very small time scale, so that they can compete with the real system, real examples. So MATLAB you can use, and like in the morning our director also told, for further we can go for Pythons also and other programming high language also. But to me it seems that one programming language is a entire full semester course. If you really want to understand each and every step, every finite detail of a programming language, it's a full semester course. It's very difficult to cover all the parts of a programming language in just a course of 9 days. And that is why in this I have tried to cover only those topics of C languages which you will be using in solving numerical methods problems. Okay. Otherwise, there are many things which I have not covered in C languages, because in one day in the lecture, 4 hours lectures, 2 hours in forenoon, 2 hours in afternoon, it's not so possible to cover entire parts. That's why I have only covered only those things which will be helpful in solving numerical methods. Let's say if I have, I can show you one example how to solve numerical integration. Do we have? We have many more examples here. That a C program to display all the numbers in a given range, to print sum of all even numbers from 1 to n. Like this kind of program, you can try to prepare yourself to find out the C program to print out sum of all even numbers between 1 to n. Okay, so it will print all the numbers even numbers between 1 to n, and n will be given by the user. So you can try to print all these kind of programs. Another is C program to print multiplication table of a number, that I have already covered. Program to print numbers in words, that's also important. You have to make a program which will print whatever you have written, those number digits in words. Okay. Switch case statement is also important, but not very good for the numerical methods. Okay, then, so I stop here. If you have any query, you can write me in the chat box. Otherwise, I'll stop here. Tomorrow, I'll again meet you around 10 a.m. So we will be sending you notes as well as these lectures also. These all lectures are recorded through the Canvas link. We will be sending you all these details also. So if you have any query, you can write down in the chat box. किसने कुछ लिखा है बेटा, चेक करो. Yes, for the reference book, this reflection is coming from this. उसको बोले इस स्क्रीन को, चलो anyway हम थोड़ा पीछे हो जाते हैं. Yes, for the reference book, there are two very good books available. I told you in the morning session also. One is the very popular book, Let Us See by Yashwant Kanitkar. It is one of the most famous book in C language. Though you will get thousands of books in C language, but the I'm writing here, Let Us See. Let Us See by Yashwant Kanitkar. It's a small book, very simple book. It only explains the concepts of the book. Another is C language by Bala Gurusamy. It is also one of the very good book. Okay, but there is no limit on these books. You will find very books on finer details of the C also. But for the numerical methods, you will be covering different books. This Let Us See is only to cover the C language in order to understand the C language. But if you want to find out the books which will be covering for the numerical methods, that I will be writing you tomorrow. Okay. Any other question? So hope you have enjoyed today's sessions. And from tomorrow afternoon, we will be having different speakers. So daily we will be having few new speakers. So daily we will be having new flavors also. Okay, then if there is no further question, I can stop here. Good day, bye-bye. Let us see tomorrow at 10 a.m.